The house with many rooms. In a quiet town where mango trees leaned over dusty roads, there stood an old house with many rooms. It wasn't the biggest house on the street, but everyone knew it belonged to the Adeyemi family. 3 generations living under one roof. There was Papa Tunde, the grandfather, whose hair was white like cotton and whose voice carried stories older than the house itself. There was Mama Grace, his daughter, strong and gentle, who believed every problem could be solved with patience and prayer. And there were the children, Daniel, Aisha, and little Tommy, each with a different way of seeing the world. The house had many rooms, but it also had many moods. Some days it was full of laughter. Other days it felt heavy, as if the walls themselves were tired. The silent evenings, Daniel, the eldest, was 17. He was quiet these days. Once, he used to talk endlessly about his dreams of becoming an engineer, but lately he stayed in his room, headphones on, staring at the ceiling. Aisha, 15, was sharp-tongued and sensitive. She often argued with Mama Grace, saying, "You don't understand me," before storming off. Tommy, only 7, noticed everything but understood little. He only knew that dinners were quieter now and that smiles didn't last as long as they used to. One evening, as rain tapped softly on the roof, Papa Tunde called everyone into the living room. "Sit," he said gently. "This house is speaking, and we must listen." The children exchanged confused looks, but they sat. The story of the broken door. "When I was young," Papa Tunde began, "this house had only one door. One night, during a storm, the door broke. Rain entered, cold entered, fear entered." Mama Grace nodded. She had heard this story before, but never like this. "I tried to fix the door alone," Papa Tunde continued, "but the wood was heavy. I failed again and again. Only when my wife and children helped did we repair it." He looked at each of them carefully. "A family is like a house," he said. "When one door is broken, the whole house suffers. But pride makes us fix things alone." Daniel shifted uncomfortably. Isha crossed her arms. Tommy hugged his knees. Truth comes out. Mama Grace took a deep breath. "Daniel," she said softly, "why have you been so distant?" Daniel swallowed. His voice shook. "I failed my entrance exam. I didn't want to disappoint anyone." Silence filled the room. Mama Grace reached for his hand. "My son, failure doesn't remove your place in this family." Aisha's eyes filled with tears. "I've been angry because I feel invisible. Everyone expects me to be strong, but I'm tired." Mama Grace pulled her close. "I didn't know. I'm sorry I didn't listen better." Even Tommy spoke. "I don't like when everyone is sad. It makes the house dark." That made Papa Tunde smile sadly. "Children see truth clearly," he said. Repairing the rooms that night didn't fix everything, but it opened doors. The next days were different. Mama Grace made time to sit and talk. No phone, no rushing. Daniel began studying again, not with fear, but with support. Isha started writing her feelings in a notebook instead of shouting them. Papa Tunde taught Tommy how to plant seeds in the backyard. "Families grow like plants," he said, slowly, with care. They still argued sometimes. They still struggled. But now, when something felt wrong, they spoke instead of hiding. The storm returns. 1 year later, another storm came. This time not rain, but hardship. Mama Grace lost her job. Fear tried to enter the house again. But this time, they were ready. They planned together. They encouraged one another. Daniel took small jobs. Isha helped tutor younger kids. Papa Tunde reminded them daily, "We have survived worse, together." The house stood firm. The lesson of the house spirit. Years later, when Daniel had his own family, he brought his children to visit the old house. "Why does this place feel warm?" his son asked. Daniel smiled. "Because love once repaired every broken door here." Papa Tunde, now very old, whispered his final wisdom. "A family is not perfect. It is patient, it listens, and it stays." And the house, with its many rooms and many memories, stood quietly, proud of the family that chose each other again and again.